Hello everyone. Today I'm going to teach you all about how to introduce flowers into your garden with the help of bulbs. So, what is a bulb? Basically, bulb is the solan part of the stem which has a lot of carbohydrates stored in them, which gives food to the dormant plant. We all are very much familiar with the onion and garlic bulb, is it? This is the leaf part, and this is the bulb, and these are the roots. So the stored food provides the swollen part provides food for this to grow. Similarly, we have flowering bulbs. They look very dirty, isn't it? But they'll give you beautiful flowers. So there are two types of bulbs, spring bulbs and winter bulbs. The winter bulbs are planted in the month of September or August, and they give flowers in the month of February, March. But these are summer bulbs or spring bulbs, which we will plant now in the month of January to March, and they will give us flowers in the month from April to June. So let me show you first. This is the Narine lily. It is also called the Easter lily because it blooms mostly near the Easter time. This is the Crinium or the spider lily. Commonly, it has got red, white, yellow, many colors. The football lily bulbs, they give beautifully red flowers. They are also called fireballs because they look like a ball of fire. This is the amaryllis lily. This is also called belladonna. This is the most easily growing bulb. It gives flower very easily, very short time. And this is the eucharis. It very much looks like the daffodil flower. हिंदी में जिसे नरगिस फूल कहते हैं. Nargis flower, it flowers in the month of February, March, but this is a similar flower, eucharis. It flowers from April to June. We plant the bulbs now in the month of February to March. So let's now start with the process. First, we will prepare the soil. The soil should be 50% foliage soil and 50% garden soil so that the soil is well drained. The bulb needs a well-drained soil. If the water is stagnant, the bulbs will rot. So we'll take a pot, and about the size of the pot, we'll take a bulb. The depth at which it should be planted is almost 3 times the height, this height. And the width of the pot should be 2 times to 3 times the width of the bulb. So for this size pot, this size bulb is okay. So we'll prepare the pot now. The pot should have a drainage hole. We'll give a layer of pebbles. We'll give a layer of sand on it to give it good drainage. Then we will add the soil. Now we'll make a hole twice as deep as the size of the bulb. The root part, you can see small roots coming, is it? These part should go at the bottom, and the greener part, the small tip.
Hi, Sashi. Sorry to interrupt. Actually, one of our members have messaged that she's not able to see the pot, what you're putting inside. Could you please show it to them once again into the camera?
First, I put a layer of pebble. Then a layer of sand. And then the potting mix. It is 50% foliage soil and 50% garden soil. I have introduced this foliage soil with coco peat so that the soil is well drained. Yes, can you understand now? Is it okay? Yeah. So now we will make a hole inside it, twice as deep as the size of the bulb. Okay. Can you see? Now we'll place the bulb with the small roots. You can see. Just see the small roots. This one should be the lower side, and the small tip. This will be the upper side. Now just see, just ½ inch of the tip should be above the ground, and we can cover it also with the help of some dry leaves, or we can leave it as it is. Now I will spray some water. Now this pot is ready. Now basically let me tell you that two things we must keep in mind. The spring bulbs, this is the spring bulb I have planted. This should not be kept in the ground in the winter season. They do not like frost, so they should be dug out and stored in a cool and dry place. And after the winter is receding, or in the month of February, January end to February or March beginning, you can pot it. This will start blooming from 3 to 12 weeks में it will start blooming. कभी कभी जल्दी भी हो जाते हैं, कभी लेट भी होता है. Example of summer bulb is Eucharis. Eucharis is also called Amazon lily. Crinium, also called the spider lily. The Nereum lily or the Easter lily, and the football lily. For the winter bulbs, let me tell you one thing. They are planted in the month of August, September, October, and they stay in the ground for the cold period. They do not bloom. They stay and they gather nutritions and all, and they come to bloom in January or February. They have to undergo a dormant chilling period before they bloom, and they cannot be kept inside the soil after. In the summer months, they have to be taken out and stored in a cool and dry place. So let me show you. This is the amaryllis bulb I had sowed 2 weeks ago. Small bloom is coming out. You can see. This is 2-week-old amaryllis. You can see the bud coming out, and the small leaf is coming out. And this is the 3-week. So it's almost ready to bloom. It will bloom within a week. It is actually a double bulb because the one more bud is coming out. Can you see? I'll show you. Can you see the small thing? This is another flower coming out. Double stemmed flower. This is the flower. And this is the Eucharis lily, which I had planted. It's almost 2 months. The only leaves have come out and there are no flowers yet. I'm waiting for them to bloom. So after you have potted, I'll tell you how to take care of this bulb. You must keep it near a sunny place. It requires 6 to 12 hours of sunlight, not less than 6 hours. So place it near a sunny window and water with the help of a spray only. Do not overwater, otherwise the bulbs will rot. Also, after potting, after 1 or 2 weeks, you can apply a little of Epsom salt, which will be a good fertilizer for it to bloom and give beautiful flowers. So all of you have understood this? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. I will show you one more thing. Now, suppose you want a flower in the month of December. So we have forced blooming also with the help of water. Or you can simply bloom normally also. If you can place the bulb in water, you can make it bloom. So we will take a bulb and we'll take a container with a narrow mouth and we'll keep the bulb like this. Make sure that the water touches only the root like this. And you can place it indoors. It will bloom in 10 to 12 weeks, like the normal bulb. But the disadvantage of forced water blooming is that the bulb is not ready to rebloom. If these bulbs, other bulbs which we pot in soil, we can take it out from the soil and repeat it next season. And it is mostly called the flower. I mean, it personifies rebirth because it can bloom again and again. But if you pot it in water, it will not rebloom again. Except daffodil. Daffodil is a very strong flower. We can make it more attractive by, suppose we take a bowl filled with pebbles, decorative ones, and we'll place the bulbs. Just the tip of the root should be immersed in water. So now we'll fill this pot with water. You can see the level. Now, can you see? It's not visible, no? See, the water is only touching the tip of the base. I'll keep it and share with you the picture on the page when it blooms. So for small bulbs, you can keep 2, and for bigger ones, you have to plant them singly. एक ही लगाना होगा इस तरह, ताकि इनका जो पानी है वो जस्ट यहाँ टच करे, इसके ऊपर ना आए. I think it is visible in the white pebbles, just the tip. We place it like this, and we induce flowering by keeping the bulbs in a plastic bag for 6 to 8 weeks in the refrigerator. That is, they experience the chilling period, and after that, if we take out and pot it in the water like this, it will bloom. ऊपर से दिखा. I think I've covered the basic steps. If you have any doubts, you can ask me.
Thank you, Sashi, for such an interesting session. Now we'll be taking up your questions. So I will just take your questions up and our expert will answer. First question we got was from Preeti Agarwal. What is the foliage soil? Does it mean it is entirely coco peat?
No, we have the fertilizers and perlite and small other ingredients mixed in.
Thank you, Sashi. What about the Rajnigandha bulbs?
Yeah, that you can pot. That is a similar process. It's a similar process to this.
Next question we received was, can you please tell about the sunlight again? Like, was it 6 hours of direct sunlight or indirect bright sunlight?
Direct is also equally good, but indoors it is not possible to give direct light. So we place it near a window which gets enough sunlight. And one more thing I forgot to tell you, that when you are giving the sunlight, just you have to keep on rotating the pot so that the bloom which comes out is straight and not bend, because if it doesn't get equal light, the bloom will bend. It will not grow straight. Okay, so you have to keep on rotating the pots also.
Thank you, Sashi. What should be the frequency of watering? Does the soil needs to be kept moist or water when the top 1 inch soil is dry?
And you have to water is dry, because excess watering will make the bulbs rot and the flowers will not come out healthy. And always make sure that you plant the bulbs after washing, because if there are some fungal infections that you can clear off while washing, you should examine. And also you must wear gloves always while potting a bulb, because bulbs are mostly poisonous.
Thank you. So next question we have is, can we divide the bulb for multiple propagation?
Yes, I'll just show you. Suppose we cut. Actually, the base is having the roots. Can you see the base of the bulb? So now when we divide the bulbs, we can divide it into 8 parts, 8 to 16 parts. But each part must have the base part having roots in it. So it can be 4, it can be 8, depends on how finely you can cut it. And you can pot individual parts in the soil and that will grow into individual plants.
Thank you, Sashi. Do you need to change the water every day for the water bulbs?
No. Because you can just refill when the level goes down due to evaporation. You don't need to disturb the soil water again and again, because the roots will not come out properly if you disturb it.
Okay, thank you. Epsom should be dissolved in water, or how to use? Can we use seaweed fertilizer?
Yeah, you can use that also. But for Epsom salt, you can sprinkle it just 2 inches away from the plant, or you can apply water also. You can dissolve in water, but don't apply frequently, because the bulb has enough carbohydrates stored in them, enough nourishment for a plant to grow. So do not over fertilize. That will also make the quality of the flower not what to say, spoil the quality.
Thank you, Sashi. Next we have is, what happens if we keep it in the ground all year round? The winters there is not very cold, not less than 18 degrees.
Yeah, then you can keep it, because mostly people are lazy. They keep it. Even I prefer keeping it under soil only, because the temperature at my place is not less than 7 to 8 degrees. Where the temperature is less than 4 degrees, you have to take it up, because that will kill the permanently make the bulb dormant.
Thank you. Can we make the foliage soil at home?
Yes, you can make. You have to. We have all the soil and the bulbs also, so you can all take from us also, or you can make it yourself. But there are many ingredients required, so I think it will be a bit fussy for you to get all of them.
Okay, Shashi, thank you. So next we have is, after blooming,
Just a minute. If you do not have a foliage soil, you can use only coco peat also with a little vermicompost. That will do.
Okay. Thank you, Sashi. Yeah. So next question we have is, after blooming, do we have to take out the bulb and save it for the next season?
Okay. After blooming, the aftercare is very important. I just missed this point. After blooming, just we cut the flowers and let the leaves stay on the plant for 10 to 12 weeks. It is during this period that the plant gathers all its nourishment and food and stores it for the next year use. After 10 to 12 weeks, we cut down when the leaves begin to wilt, then we cut the leaves and then we After another 4 to 5 days, we dig out the bulbs and restore it. We should dig out very carefully, just 1 inch away from the bulb, just slightly make the soil loose, and then you can very gently you have to take out the bulb. Make sure that you do not destroy the main plant.
Thank you. Next we have is, can we store the bulbs when the foliage is still green?
No, then you'll have to cut the foliage and let it dry in the sun for 3-4 days, because the green part may bring infection for the plant. So when it dries off and wilts off, then only you should preferably cut and store it.
Thank you, Sashi. We had one question. Can you please explain the composition of foliage soil once again?
The foliage soil we have neem, we have perlite, and many other small ingredients. But for a common person, it's not easy to get all the small ingredients. You can mix it, the coco peat and garden soil in equal proportion, and add some vermicompost. That will do for it.
Thank you, Sashi. So this was all we had right now. If you have any other doubts, you can drop in your questions in the WhatsApp chat. We will be happy to answer to all your queries. Lastly, thank you everyone for joining the session. We'll be releasing the poll. Kindly help us with the feedback so that we can work on it better for next time. Also, the blog and the recording of the session will be available today on our website. So if you have missed a part, or if you want to watch it again while practicing it, you can watch it on our website. Today, we'll be also sending you a feedback form regarding the experience of the program. We request you to fill it up.
So football lily is my favorite lily. Do message me.
Yes, Sashi, you were showing us something.
Yeah, football lily is my favorite lily. Do message which is your favorite lily. Thank you.
We have a message that ball lily is my favorite too from Sony. I hope you enjoy growing it, Sony, with help of us. Thank you everyone for joining in, and have a great weekend ahead and a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.